What's up, guys? So this is gonna be the the first one. This is the first one of the exhibition. I don't know how many of these are they're gonna do, but I'm really excited for these. I hope they keep doing these with card protagonists. But like these are really cool. Like basically, like this is what card protagonists. If you're not subscribed to card protagonists, like I should. I'm not subscribed, but you should definitely at least check out his content because like this is just very clean and just like very like high production value. Like this is eventually where I want to be at. Like this high level production value type of matches. But let's get into it, guys. So it's card protagonist here that is playing Griphogila. He's gonna activate the zeros effect, just push in a calamity card, give it plus 2k, and then pass turn. Alright, Jiva player is gonna discard a Trickstar, ride up, do a swing. Early guard is the key with Griphogila, guys, because you have to make it to like what, turn 6, turn 7 to be able to activate your overtrigger, and that's ideally your kill turn. That's the turn that you should win the game. Because you're going to be getting like restands off with your Griphogila, be swinging for crit, and you're going to have that 100 million OT effect. Jiva player also choosing the early guard here. Guarding when it's cheap is very valuable, guys, unless you actually do need the counterblast resources in the early stages of the game. Gonna get a trick star here, and we're just gonna swing for 15 here. Decides to take it, flips a critical trigger, so it's gonna be 2 damage. Gets a draw trigger here, definitely not scripted. Definitely not scripted. So he's going to get a third Calamity card here. And this is where he's able to remove the Calamity cards back into the ride deck. And he's able to ride Griphogila from his deck. Or hand, in case like you have all your Griphogilas in hand. He's able to ride it from deck or hand. It's going to activate its on-ride effect. That when it's superior ridden like that, you get 2 Dragon Tree markers. And he's going to activate the Grade 2 Dragon Tree Searcher, so he's going to get the dragon. He's going to get the mask, and he's going to get another Dragon Tree marker. So he already has automatically 3 markers for Griphogila's crit ability. So he's going to be swinging for plus 15 in a crit. And then he's going to activate the Mask of Hydrogum here. Search top 5 for a Dragon Tree. Add Beisted, Dragon Tree Beisted. Call Beisted. It's going to activate Beisted's ability. He's going to get another Dragon Tree marker here. And he's going to call Mushroom Brothers, shove Mushroom Brothers into Soul, and then produce 2 tokens here. So since he went first, these are actually like really decent columns, because Griphogila is going to be swinging for 28 with a crit. The token column is 20k because of the Dragon Tree marker, and then the other column is 28k. So these are really, even though his opponent is at 0 damage, if his opponent does hit like 1 defensive trigger, his lines are still able to hit above that threshold. So this is a really good turn for the Griphogila player. Or for card protagonist, since we do know it is card protagonist. He's going to swing. He's going to remove from the game 1 Calamity card from the ride deck. Going to get a heal trigger here, which is very clutch. Power to the token column. Opponent takes 2 damage here. A Trick Star and a draw trigger. Definitely not scripted. Definitely not scripted. Kappa. So he's going to swing 28 here. Could still hit over 1 defensive, but that is just 10k shield. And then the other column is 30, which is going to require a 15k shield, which his opponent does have. Discards Garo here for ride. Then he's going to look top 7 for a Prayer Dragon. Activate Jiva's skill. Discard 1. Call up to 1 Trickstar and 1 Prayer Dragon from the drop zone. He's going to immediately go into a crossover just for Vills. He's going to activate the Prayer Dragon's effect. He's going to get 2 fresh cards, and then he's going to discard 1. Discards a Trickstar, and then activate Vill's effect, grabbing Garo from the drop zone. Play another Prayer Dragon, activate its effect when it's placed from hand, discard 1, and he's going to get a Trickstar here. Which he discards the Garo again, And he's like, those are all trick stars out of deck, by the way. And then this is it, baby. We've overdressed into the new Varina mirrors. So that takes 2 Varinas from the drop zone and shoves them into underneath itself. So he's gonna swing with it, and he's gonna activate its ability. So on swing, it gets 10k until the end of that battle. And then he puts an original dress from underneath it to the drop zone, and he can either perform a draw or a counter charge. He's gonna choose for the counter charge here, and then we're gonna intercept and then guard with a 5k from our hand. Swing of Jiva. This is only 13, but in this deck, you're really like your pressure is just mainly from the rear guards. Gets a heal, which does go off, which is nice, and then drive checks another Vils. So swing for 20 again here, and he's going to activate its effect, pitch a Varina from underneath it, and draws a card. Guards with a draw trigger. He's going to swing 25 with Vils, but that's just a 15k shield. And now it's the Griphogila player's turn. Or it's card protagonist's turn. Immediately start off with Persona Ride. This deck is so easy to Persona Ride in this deck. It's going to activate Bist's ability, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, add a normal order from drop to hand, and then he's going to activate the drive check order, discards an order, give your Vanguard now has an extra drive check. So he's gonna swing. This is 43 triple drive with a crit. Obviously he's gonna PG here, even though he is at 1 damage. PG, draw trigger, not scripted. And then Mask Searcher. So he's gonna swing here. This is 18, 28, 38. Then he's gonna swing. This is 10, 20, 35. Believe he just took it. Persona Rides here. Activates Jiva's effect. Immediately goes for a cross dress. Draws fresh 2 cards and then pitches 1. So he's gonna swing here. I believe this one is Barrow or Borrow. That like basically when it hits, it retires a column. Swing with Jiva. Restands the on hit guy. Gets a crit. Crit to Jiva. Power to the weak column. And then drive checks the Vils. Defensive crit. And we only have 1 defensive here. So we're going to swing. This is 10, 20, 30. This is 40 here. Unfortunately, he can't use any of the effects because he has no overdress units underneath him anymore. Is going to heal 1 here because he checked the defensive heal, but now it's effect proc, so he's going to get rid of the token column. It's arguable that you get rid of the Bist because he's already guarded with a Bist, or at least like 1 Bist. So it's arguable you could have taken care of the Bist so that he wouldn't be able to essentially do this. Now, Persona Rides, grabs back the order card, plays Diantha, activate its effect, so he's going to get a free call here from the drop zone. Calls Mushroom Brothers, activate Mushroom Brothers, yeah. Honestly, it was arguable whether to retire the Bist over the... Yeah, because see, like, he's getting so much value off of that 1 Bist that he was able to keep on the field. Granted, he could have been able to get it again with Diantha, but, he would have had a harder time building a board. Essentially, he wouldn't have those 2 tokens. He would have had to commit more cards from hand. But he's going to swing here. This is 48 triple drive, I believe. Oh man, that's whoa, hard guard galore. That's freaking 50k shield, 63 2 to pass. That's 50k shield. Holy shit. First, gets a heal trigger, which does resolve, gives power to the rear guard. If it's 2 to pass, I would have just given all in on the Vanguard, but you know, definitely not scripted. Kappa. Swings here with the... That's funny. It's like 2 4Ks and 1 2K makes a 10K. So this column is 13, 18, 28, 38, 48. Wow, 48. Gets a critical trigger here. Unfortunately, the Griphogila player didn't get any criticals, so this is just, he's just putting his opponent to 4. So as long as he guarded the Vanguard, he couldn't lose. Let's go automatic for the Jiva's effect. No Persona right here, unfortunately. We're going to go into a Vils. Get fresh new cards here. Man, that deck is looking thin. And then go for Vils here to get back Mirror's Virina. And yeah, we're just rocking this board here. Gonna swing for 33 here. Front trigger and an intercept here. Perfect. Swing for a measly 13. Restand. Takes it because he's at 3. Gets a critical. Gives the power to Vils. Makes sense. And then gets a Garo. So first check's a Mushroom Brothers. Second check, nothing. So his opponent's at 5 here. So I really like that they have the damage calculators in the corners, and I really like all the effects. I wish they had a marker. I wish they had like a marker for like hand size, since their hands are basically off screen. But guards have 15k shield, and then just PG's last attack. Now it's the Griphogila player's turn, which I believe he activates the overtrigger this turn, if I'm not mistaken. Top deck's Persona Ride, not scripted. He's gonna act. See, look, he's getting so much value off of Bist here, man. You should have killed the Bist when you had the chance. Oh man, like this is, he's gonna do his opponent so dirty this turn. He's gonna activate the Persona Ride grade 2, give itself 10k, and give another rearguard 10k, or another unit card 10k. Gets a defensive draw trigger. It's gonna swing here. This is 18, 28, 38, 48. Wait. Yeah, because of the defensive. That was 53. Swings here for 48. And he's gonna activate the over trigger here. So his front row is gonna get plus 10k. A unit's gonna get a crit, a unit's gonna get 100 million, and he's gonna draw 2 cards, and he's gonna heal 1 card because he's at 5. He's gonna get to restand all his units on a Dragon Tree marker. PG's here, gets a PG, gets a crit. All affects the giant restand column. So this is like 68 by this point, or something close to that number. And then 100 million here, which his opponent had 2 PGs. Or 3 PGs, apparently. Stands and draws, Persona Rides here. How does he have deck? Look at that deck, guys. Look at how small that deck is. How does he have deck? Activate Jiva's skill, and then he's gonna go for a freaking Arcs, man. Draws 2. The Jiva player is apparently addicted to cards, addicted to drawing cards this game. He's gonna activate the order here, the golden order here, and it's gonna give a cross-dress unit plus 10, and it's gonna get his overdress unit the ability to restand after when his Vanguard attacks. It's gonna swing for 25 here to intercept and a 10k shield. Swings for 28 here. Restands. Guards of his PG that he drove check. Gets a critical trigger here. Gives it all to the on-hit guy. Gets a Mirror Virina here. Swing. How much is that, man? That's plus 50k. Is that really plus 50k? That's 63. That's 63 2 damage. And unfortunately, yep. Jiva can't lose, guys. Jiva can't lose. This is the main character deck. Jiva isn't supposed to lose. Griphogila can't win, guys. But that was a really enjoyable match to watch. This is the Griphogila deck. I really like the Bist. I like the Bist. I like the Mask Searcher. Yeah, the only thing I would say is how come not running any copies of the dog that just lets you mill the order cards? Because if you can't mill the order cards beside the mask, you just kind of have to hope to like hard draw into the drive check order, or hard draw into your opponent kills a card and then you call a card order. But besides that, I like the deck. Rainbow triggers, because you kind of have to run rainbow triggers. Yeah, I like the deck. Is it good? No, but it was very enjoyable to watch. Then we can go on to the Jiva list. I think the Jiva list is going to be like very interesting. Jiva list here. They're running one Bower, one of the on hit guy, only two Mirror Varina, two Garo, which was inevitably just pitch fodder for this game, three Vils. I don't agree with the three Vils. I feel like Vils is like a 2 of max because if the only cross dress unit you see is Vils, Vils can't grab Vils. And then two Arcs, two of the Mirror Prayer Dragon, two of the Prayer Dragon that's discard search for a Trickstar or Varina, two of the draw two drop one Prayer Dragon, four PGs, four Trickstars, four draw triggers because we're addicted to drawing cards in this list, seven crits, and then two of the Golden Order. Man, this is such a saucy combo list. Oh man, this looks like it would be so fun to play. I can't wait till I can actually play this deck IRL. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. That's all the React Andying we're gonna be doing. Until they make more of these, man. Like I want them to make more of these. Like Card Protagonist, keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to look into his channel and just like raid the fridge per se. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about this kind of video. It's a new type of video that I thought of, and I was like, let me react to this because I looked at it and I was like, man, I want to tell people about this. I want to show people how I feel about this. This is so cool. But anyways, guys, later.